Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Carolina Wrestling Podcast. First remote one. We've been trying to do this forever, trying to set up an overlay, trying to get this all set up. We've been in here cooking. We have our good friend Ryan here. He's been watching us kind of get the magic going. But yeah, we have Ryan from Alpha Underground, right? Yeah, and I am excited to have this interview going on. So you got a big show coming up, and we're pretty excited to help promote that, talk about it a little bit. But first off, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're excited to
fantastic.
have this remote setup. Yeah, absolutely.
It takes a lot. People don't realize what it takes to actually get something like this up and going.
Absolutely.
And for it to look good. And you guys are going to do a phenomenal job at it.
Thank you, brother.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, we appreciate that.
But yeah, man, Ryan, so you got a show coming up here on, looks like May the 3rd, Saturday. Alpha Underground's coming to you. So we want to talk a little bit about that. How did you get your company started? Where y'all located and all that kind of stuff?
Well, originally, I'm still Foothills Wrestling Alliance, and JM Gallo is American Lucha Wrestling. And Alpha Underground is not a company. And when people ask me, well, how is it not a company? Alpha Underground is a mental thing. It is a thought process. It is what you are. It is who you are. And what Alpha Underground represents is the absolute best in the Mid-Atlantic. So, Chance, Trey, you guys are now Alpha Underground.
Wow, thank you very much.
I appreciate that so much.
Our fans are Alpha Underground. Our workers, our referees, our sound guys. It's a way of thinking. It's if you're not the best at what you do, then you need to go work for someone else. Absolutely. Alpha Underground is the thought process that if you are not trying to get to the point where you can't work for me because you are so overbooked, and that's not what you want for yourself, then I don't need you working for me. And so, I want guys who want to be signed. I want guys who want to be, and girls and referees and anybody who has any kind of ambition. I don't want you working for me because I want you to be signed and making millions of dollars and enjoying your career. And I believe Alpha means that you are the best. You're the top of the food chain. And Underground means we don't believe in the glitz and glamour. Wrestling is at its rarest, most primal form is combat between two people.
Absolutely. I agree with that entirely. And when talking about being the best, I was looking at your page. I mean, y'all's production is pretty good. Like, well, the videos and stuff, like just like checking it out. Like I like the vibe of everything, and I'm excited to see the show. Or like, I'm excited. This card coming up is actually pretty crazy, and I wanted to talk about it because a couple of the names that stuck out to me. You got like Xander Keys on the flyer. You got O'Shea Edwards on the flyer. And I mean, these are people who are doing stuff in the area, and very excited. So, like, tell me about some of the matches coming up on the card.
Well, I don't do things typical like everybody else does. I'll work from the top and work my way down. So, O'Shea Edwards versus Psycho Boy Fodder.
I'll pull that one up here. There we go.
Our current ALW world champion, in which I fully believe that if you are not a world champion, you should not have that behind your name. But this title has went across the world. JM Gallo's championship is a world championship with ALW, and O'Shea Edwards is the champion. And Psycho Boy Fodder is challenging him for that championship this Saturday, May 3rd.
Yeah, it's going to be such a great match there.
That is going to be when you say fight, you think two guys just punching each other in the face.
Absolutely.
But I tell you, these guys are just going to rip each other apart. If there's not body parts at the end of this match laying on the mat, I will be surprised.
Wow. I mean, yeah, when you talk about a belt that you have taken across countries, I mean, you're going to fight your hardest to keep it, retain it. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, that
you've earned and worked for this. You don't want it just to walk away from it.
Yeah. So next, we're going to talk about the next card that we have here. Looks like for the FWA Championship in a flag match that we have. Looks like your champion Nate Burnham's going against who Chance was talking about here just a few minutes ago against Xander Keys there.
Yeah, these two have been going at it for months now. And the last time that Xander Keys and Nate Burnham were in competition against each other, um, Nate just outsmarted Xander. He did the old Eddie Guerrero spot. He ducked it and acted like he got hit.
Yeah, with the chair spot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it's
so
one of the oldest tricks in the books, really.
it was. But Nate was not on the promising end of a lot of blows, and Nate was not winning that match even a little bit. And
Mm.
so Nate just had to do what Nate had to do to win. And well, at the end of it, it didn't make Xander Keys very happy.
And so
And
let me ask a question. How did this come to a flag match? It's not a match that you see very often anymore. It's like you used to see back in the day. But how did they become a flag match?
well, at the end of the match was over last show that they were against each other, and Xander pulled out the Dubai flag and choked
Ooh.
Nate out with it,
Oh,
and left Nate in a bloody pool in the middle of the ring
yeah, I
on top
remember.
of a chair.
Yeah, I remember seeing that now. I was like, I thought it was like some kind of blood feud or something like that. That's been going on for that. So, yeah,
So Nate felt disrespected. He felt that the U.S. was disrespected, and so Nate has challenged Xander to a flag match, an old school flag match. You have to get your own flag, and you have to both feet have to touch the floor.
Yeah, Xander's definitely made a name for himself beating people over the head with that flag. I've seen it in person as well, and doing everything he can when he pulls that out. So I want to talk about the tag team match because I love some tag team wrestling. And you got THC versus Out of This World, the high calling or the higher calling.
The higher calling.
Yes.
So the to me, THC is the most underrated tag team in the Mid Atlantic. Buddy Flowers and Metallica. Not only are they the super nicest guys you'll ever meet, they are the
yes,
most epic guys in the ring for their size. They are not afraid of anyone. And Eric Royal and BK Westbrook, out of this world, actually trained Buddy Flowers and Metallica.
so they're
So
no
it's the whole
strangers to
student
each other.
versus teacher. Yes, they've been working each other and training each other for years and years. And when they reached out and said, "Hey, maybe THC needs to have a little bit different challenge," I said, well, "What have you got in mind?" They said, "Well, let's do the old student versus teacher thing."
And I mean, that's absolutely got more meat on it when you got that FWA tag team title on the line as
Exactly.
well.
Brand new belts debuted last show, and I cannot be more excited for THC because I do think, without a shadow of a doubt, they're going to bring those belts back home. But without disrespecting Out of This World, I would not be disappointed if they became our new tag team champions on May 3rd.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if they taught them everything they know, you don't know if you taught them everything that they know. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Just because they were your teacher doesn't mean they gave you everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the next match that we have here, it looks like we have your champion, the Coastal Carolina Wrestling Champion. We're gonna have No Joke Aaron Wilson going 1-on-1 against Action Jackson.
Action Jackson actually won the number one contendership for the Central Carolina Championship the last show. And no joke, Aaron Wilson decided to put his hands on him and embarrassed him in front of the entire crowd. So we allowed Aaron Wilson and Action Jackson to go ahead and take that opportunity. You're number one contender, go ahead and do it. And Action Jackson said, "Well, I want it tonight." And I said, "Man, you just got embarrassed. You just won your match. Chill out a little bit." And it ended up in fisticuffs. They went all over the building fighting each other. And Action said, "I want him to the next show. I want to use my number one contendership, and I want an opportunity to put Aaron Wilson down once and for all."
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an absolute banger. And what you got, Chance?
I was just gonna say that. I mean, even though I don't believe it's a title match, right?
It is.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, okay. So
Yeah.
going into that, yeah, I mean, he's got to answer for that embarrassment. And I mean, just looking at the flyer, Axel Jackson is shredded. You know what I mean? Like not the kind of guy you want to
He is
embarrass.
such a jack guy.
Yeah.
His biceps bigger than my head, and he's only like 5'8", 5'9", And
that is
he
density.
embarrasses you when he walks up beside you. Like, this dude is jacked. But Aaron Wilson, for Aaron Wilson's size, flies through the air like a cruiserweight.
Well, I think it's going to be an absolute banger of a match. I mean, you got a
I
recipe
agree.
for success with that one.
I absolutely 1,000% agree.
Yeah. So we have one more match that you have here on your card. Actually, no, you don't. I don't think I see anything else listed here. So I'm just showing a picture of your flyer here. It looks like that you're going to be at 2141 North Church Street there in Burlington, North Carolina, Suite A. We don't make sure that they don't go to the wrong suite there. Make sure it's Suite A. Looks like you got your tickets are front row for $20, general admission $10, and children under 12 are $5, and anybody under 12, $5. That's not a bad deal, you know.
No, not
Not
exactly. Try to go to Putt Putt for $5. It ain't gonna happen.
Right. You're not gonna go to putt putt. You're not gonna go to the movies. You know,
Nope.
you can't do anything for $20, $15, $5 for the kids anymore. You know, so make sure you go out there and check out the indie wrestling scene. You know, especially make sure you go check out Alpha Underground there this weekend. It's gonna be an absolutely fantastic show. And y'all are doing a great job because I've been following you guys on social media, and I can't believe how good you guys are doing. You know, I absolutely love it. And hopefully me and Chance will be able to get on the road and actually get out there.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you.
You know,
Oh, yeah, we would love to get out there, get on location. We could interview some guys, set up shop. Me and Trey love doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And anything else you want to let us know about your company, about your show that's coming up here on May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd, ladies and gentlemen?
Doors open at 6. Bell time's at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $20 for front row, $10 for general admission. Kids under 12 are $5. Guys, come out. If you can predict my card, our card, Alpha Underground's card, you've done something. I throw something at you every show that you cannot possibly predict. Come out and watch it. Watch the best show in the Mid-Atlantic this weekend, and I promise you it will be at Burlington at the Alpha Underground.
Well, we are excited to be anointed Alpha Underground as well here at the Carolina Wrestling Podcast. So absolutely, friends in Burlington, go make that happen. We are so excited to have had you here, Ryan. I hope to get you back on. We talk more Alpha Underground, talk more shop. We appreciate it so much.
Appreciate
thanks for coming out, man.
Guys. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you very
You as
much.
well.
Y'all have a great evening, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for being here for another edition of the Carolina Wrestling Podcast. I'm your ring announcer, that guy, Trey Morgan, and my co-host, Chance Jenkins, along this weekend with the owner of Alpha Underground, Ryan Bracken. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for being here. Ryan, thank you for being here one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll
Appreciate
see you
you
on our next show.
When they lock up, turn the lights on. Time to watch us. With these topics, gonna be hard to top us. Headed to the top, can't stop us. It's the Carolina Wrestling Podcast. Carolina Wrestling Podcast. Carolina Wrestling Podcast. Carolina Wrestling Podcast. It's that guy, Trey Morgan, and Freddie Attack. You can't ignore him. And Chance Jenkins. No chance for boredom. Get the table, the mics, now bring the boards in. We talking next level, that mean the best ever. Pro wrestling, it don't get no better. We talking 2-6 Wrestling Academy, and the rest of the scene around here that's grown radically around the Carolinas. Ain't hard to find us. New episode drops, watch twice and rewind it. Go and share it with your friends. Just remind them, and every time you see us, it's perfect time. What you looking for? If it's wrestling, we got it. No cap. Autographs in Carolina, what you